students, hope you all are fit and fine. Today let us do one important topic, question patterns. Students of class 9, it will be a revision of the topic which I have already done with you all. And for the students of class 10, initially this was not in your syllabus, okay, but according to a revised syllabus, now this topic which was a topic in your class 9 is now a part of your syllabus also. So let me again do the question pattern. This topic is important. It will be a revision for all of you. So all of you listen to what I am telling carefully, watch the video carefully, and if you have any doubts, feel free to immediately clarify your doubts. Okay, students? So look at the board, all of you. Question patterns. Okay, it's a very important topic. Question patterns. We can ask question in different patterns. Okay. For example, if we have a statement like this, she is a girl. She is a girl. Okay. This is an assertive sentence. This is just a statement. So, can we change this into a question? Obviously, we can change it into a question. What we have to do? We have known this fact from long since that whenever you write a question should always begin with either a question word or with the verb. Okay, if we write like this, is she a girl? That also becomes a question. Is she a girl? That is a question. Or we may also write like this, who is she? This is also a question. Both of them are questions. Or we may also write a small question. We may add a small question to this statement. Is she? She is a girl, isn't she? Okay, so we have got three different types of questions here. One is this question beginning with an auxiliary verb is. Second one is a question beginning with a question word. And third one is a small question which we add to the end of the sentence. And this is called question tag. So, we have to do the three different types of question patterns. Okay. So, today let us begin with the first part. Okay. First type, that is she a girl? The question that we got for this particular statement. That is called an interrogative sentences. See students, in order to form interrogative sentences, they are known as interrogative sentences, we have to begin the question with what? Auxiliary verb. Okay, auxiliary verb means helping verbs. Okay, you have in a sentence, you will have a main verb, and if you have an auxiliary verb, the question will always begin with the auxiliary verb. For example, for interrogative sentences, the rule is that, listen carefully, for interrogative sentences, in order to change a sentence into an interrogative one, you have to begin the questions with auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs are like can, could, may, might, then all the forms of the be verb. All the forms of the be verb means was, were, is, then you have are. Okay, these are the different forms of the verb be. Examples one. Example eta moi disu. They are playing. They are playing. Which is the main verb here? The main verb here is playing. But which is the auxiliary verb? Are is the auxiliary verb. So in order to make an interrogative sentence, you have to bring this to the front. Auxiliary verb to tumalke agole anibo laibo. Tetia hole kenekwa hobo? Are they playing? They are playing. Question to amar kenekwa hobo? Question mane amar answer. Hetu hobo are they playing? Teneke tumalkor eta sentence dibo pare. For example, if we take this, she can swim. Which is the auxiliary verb here? Can. This is the main verb. So question to keneke start hobo? Can she swim? So you always have to look at the auxiliary verbs in the sentences, and you have to begin your question with the auxiliary verbs. Now see students, in most of the sentences auxiliary verbs are obvious. Tamane sentence to tumalke auxiliary verb to bhalke dekha paba. Kintu enekwa kisuman sentence thake jo tumi auxiliary verb to nedekha. He bilakot ki koriba? You have to, in that sentences you have to see kuntu tat appropriate auxiliary verb hobo. For example, if we take the sentence she plays hockey. Here the auxiliary verb is not obvious. Auxiliary verb to ulai thoka nai. Plays to main verb kintu auxiliary verb to ulai thoka nai. Tetia ami ki koribo lagibo? We have to see what is this. Okay, the subject is singular. Yes, and then we have to see in what tense the sentence is. The sentence is in present tense. Then subject is singular. Tetia ami gom pabo lagibo je yat auxiliary verb to ki ase? Does. Okay, third person singular. Ekane does hobo, present tense ase kareo does hobo. So the question will be, does she play? S to atori jabo students, be careful. S atori jabo. Does she play hockey? Does she play hockey? Okay, does thakile yat s hobo nware. She plays hockey. Tamane yat hidden auxiliary verb to ki? Does. So we have to begin the question with the auxiliary verb does. Does she play hockey? Question mark. And if we get the question like this, they play hockey. They hua lage lage etu ki hol? Plural hoi gol. It will be plural. Okay. Third person plural. Present ase. So does no hoi tat ki hobo? Do hoi jabo. So what will be the question for this one? Do they play hockey? Do they play hockey? Then if I change the tense of the sentence and make it a sentence in the past tense, they played hockey. Tetia hole ki hobo? Then the auxiliary verb will be did. In the past tense, it will be did. So a question to kenekwa hobo? Did they play hockey? Did they play hockey? Mind you students, tetia ed to atori jabo. You have to remove ed. It will not be in the past tense. Because when you have did in the sentence, you don't use the past tense form of the main verb. So these are the important things you have to remember. That in case of interrogative sentences, in the question if you get that make the sentence interrogative, you always have to begin the question with the auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs like can, could, may, might, and then shall, should, will. Lots of auxiliary verbs are there, and the auxiliary verbs are most of the time you will be getting them obviously in the sentence. Okay, they are very much evident. Mane sentence to the ulai poribo auxiliary verb to main verb to dekhiba, logote tumalke helping verb ba auxiliary verb to dekhiba. Tete he auxiliary verb to agole ani pelai bringing it to the front, you have to form the question. And if the auxiliary verb you do not find in the sentence, then as I told you, you have to look into the tense of the sentence. Then you have to look into the subject of the sentence, whether it is singular, plural, in what person it is. Okay, I played hockey. Tetia ki hobo? Past tense thakile, did I play hockey? I play hockey. Present tense ase. Tetia ki hobo? I singular. Kintu question will begin with do. Do I play hockey? So here basic knowledge kini tumalkor important. If you have those basic knowledge, then you will get it correct. So today we have learned one pattern, that is interrogative sentences, and we are left with two more patterns, that is a sentence beginning with question words, then we have question tags. So if we complete these three, then will be the completion of the topic question patterns. So all of you, please go through the video again and again if you are not clear, and question me if you have any doubts. You are most welcome for that. Thank you, students.